Okay, I'm gonna take you through the SmackDown Shut Your Mouth Strategy Guide. I know it's an old game, but it's one of the best wrestling games out there. And I'm gonna take you through the strategy guide. I think it's pretty cool. Here's the first page, of course, and advertisement. That was a good game, by the way. Confidence, telling you what pages wish, some of the stuff, and telling you the controls and stuff, and all this stuff right here, and just, options and all game modes and what all the game features are, and goes on and on. Cage match, there's elimination match, and so on and so on. Creating a wrestler, shows you how to create a wrestler. I'm just bored, so I decided to do this, and it's pretty cool. One of the best games, wrestling-wise, for us to, still some creative, stuff, tips and things. And here's some more stuff, tips for creating superstars, and some pictures of it. What I want to do is get to the wrestling biographies. There's all the cool stuff you can find in. I thought it was cool. I know this is outdated, but it's really cool. And let's go to the first guy, Al Snow. Here's some screenshots of Al Snow, who's recently in TNA right now as one of the gut check judges. And note, it says, did you know Head, the mannequin head that Al Snow used to bring the ring, was one of Mick Foley's Mankind ideas? In return, Al gave Mick the idea for his unusual mascot, Tube Snout, Mr. Socko. Did not know that. That's pretty cool. Albert, now known as Lord Tensai, or aka Sweet Tea, he's still around, which is cool. Gimmick I don't really like now, but hey, whatever. Big Show, when he had hair, still around, surprisingly. Val Venus, I think he came back for TNA for a bit, but not that long. He's alright. His gimmick was a little cheesy. Well, most gimmicks are. Billy, also known as Badass Billy Gunn, which was a better gimmick than this. Booker T, five-time champ. Yeah, I think he still has a chance, to make it in wrestling, but haven't seen him in a while. Bradshaw, now commentator. This is when he was in APA with Farouk. And the one, the only Brock Lesnar. Yeah, with all his, one of the most impressive wrestlers. And, Bubba Ray, TNA. He's the TNA World Champion right now. And Benoit, I ain't gonna say much about him. I don't want to get into that. Chris Jericho's still around, still kicking it and stuff. That's good. Glad to have him still. Christian with the long hair. Don't know where he is at right now. Chuck Palumbo, don't see him anymore. This is when he had the terrible hair and terrible gimmick. Got DDP. He's still pretty cool, even though he's not around wrestling. I've seen him in, cameos of movies, so that's cool. Devon, who's the television champion on TNA, that's cool. Eddie Guerrero, rest in peace. He was one of the best Lucha Libre wrestlers, in my opinion. Edge, who retired young, sadly, but he's got some pretty cool, epic matches to remind you how great he was. And there's Farouk, the guy with one word. Yeah, that gimmick got old pretty fast. Goldust, don't know where he's at, but apparently he had Tourette's. I guess that went away. Hardcore Holly, miss him, which he is still around. Hollywood Hogan, he's the manager of TNA. I'm kind of getting tired of hearing about him. Ivory, don't really know who that is. Jazz, she was a good diva wrestler, Mr. Jeff Hardy, he recently was TNA champion but lost, and then he got hurt, so I think he's out for a while. Kane, this was when Kane was good and didn't have, the PG gimmick and was really the big red monster. Now he's the big red Barney or whatever. Kevin Nash, big sexy Diesel. Wish he was still around. Remember his last match, Triple H, and him in a sledgehammer ladder match. That was really awesome. And so forth and so on. I'm not gonna, Kurt Angle, of course, if he's still around. Save wrestling. If you think wrestling should be still around in the Olympics, then comment and tell me how you feel about it. I think it's stupid. I think the reason it ain't gonna be around is because WWE TNA, I guess, is giving it a bad image, and I don't know. But anyway, that's just my opinion, by the way. Lance Storm, I wonder where he's at. He was decent wrestler. Lita, she's hot as hell. I love girls like that. Mark Henry's still around, and he's doing pretty good. Matt Hardy, Ring of Honor. Molly Holly, no clue where she went. Randy Orton, man, this was his first WWE video game. It was his debut, and I remember him when he first started, like, I'll be back in no time, his gimmick, but he's really good now. I like Orton. Raven, he's been in TNA, I don't know where he is, but I wish he'd come back. Rhino, Ring of Honor, part of Scum. Ric Flair, sometimes shows up on TNA, sometimes shows up on WWE. Rico, glad he's gone, terrible gimmick, it just wasn't feeling it. Rikishi, his two sons wrestle now, that's cool, but I don't know where he is. Rob Van Dam was in TNA, but ever since he lost the X Division title, he has been gone. Sky Tuhati, don't know what happened to him. Shawn Michaels, of course, still around, but retired. Never heard of this guy. I honestly didn't even know he was a real wrestler until I actually played this game. Spike Dudley, he ain't around. Wish he'd come back and get his ass kicked like he usually does. One of the best divas in my opinion. The one with all legs, Stacy Keibler. Stephanie, still around. Stone Cold, of course, making a bunch of movies. And wish he'd come back. Comes at special occasions. Wish he'd just come back and wrestle. I want to see Rock and Stone Cold one more time. To Jerry, don't know where he's at. He's probably wrestling in Japan. Commentator, he's part of Aces and Eights, but he's too big of a pussy to fight. Taz, I hate him. Taz, rest in peace, one of the best wrestlers of that time period. Tori Wilson, really hot, one of my favorite divas besides Stacy Keibler. And we got Triple H Dame, who opposingly had a concussion and passed out. Trish Stratus, miss her, she was one of the best divas too. Undertaker, the man that takes the whole cake out of this book, the best, and I loved his gimmick, American Badass. I loved it. Wish he would come back with that. McMahon, haven't seen him in a while. He'll show up soon though. Rumor comes back, but yet he loses. That's bullshit. X-Pac, Pac, he was on Raw a little bit ago. Miss him. That's it. And here's some advertisements, and here's the back. And thank you, and subscribe. Thank you.